What's happening YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the police. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen the story about Bianca Williams, the Olympian and European gold medalist who got racially profiled and stopped by the police. Now, she's coming home from somewhere with her partner and their 3-month-old child. They're sat outside their house, and all of a sudden the police roll upon them, truncheons out, run up to the car, screaming at them to get out the car, threatening to smash the windows in. And then obviously they don't comply, because why should they? They're sat outside their house, inside their car, about to go inside, and then all of a sudden the police have run up on them, thinking just because they're black in a Mercedes and in a nice area, then there's got to be something shady going on. They've got to be criminals. They've got to be selling drugs. There's got to be weed in the car. There's got to be some kind of crime happening here. You can't just be black and successful in the UK and live in a nice area and drive a Mercedes without there being some sort of illicit means of attaining these things. So I'm going to play this video. It's a couple of seconds long, so just watch it and see what happens here.
For what? For what?
Wait, he didn't do anything! No. For what? Then why are you touching my son? He's in it. My son is in the car. I don't want you to look after him. My son is in the car. No. Yeah, that was me.
No one's going to be hurt. Just get out of the car. You're going to be detained for a search, okay? Under section 1 of case. Get out of the car, and we don't need to do this. You're detained for a search in PC Simpson from Larkhall Lane TSG base, okay? You're detained under section 1 of case for a search for weapons. The reason being... It's alright, just relax.
Did you see? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that stupid bitch at the end? You've been detained for a weapons search. A weapons search? For what? What makes you think that this successful black couple have weapons in their car? What exactly has made you think they've got weapons? I can absolutely guarantee you, if this was a white couple driving Mercedes through Meadowvale, sat outside their own house, that there's absolutely no chance the police would have pulled them over. I can guarantee you there's no chance that would have happened. But because it's a black couple in a Mercedes in a nice area, parked outside a nice house, they think to themselves, these people must have weapons on them. Weapons, you know. Weapons. For what? What? Just because they're black, they've got weapons? Come on, man. This is just ridiculous. The UK police do this all the time. It happens every single day. And the only reason why we're hearing about this particular case is because they're a successful couple. I mean, they're both Olympic athletes, for God's sake. That's the only reason why we've been hearing about this, because this happens on the regular, all the time. And 9 times out of 10, nobody gives a crap. Nobody cares whatsoever, right? But luckily, these two people have got a little bit of a profile. They've got a little bit of a platform. So they were able to highlight this injustice that's happening to them. The woman, that stupid ass bitch ass police officer is dragging her out of the car. There's another one on the other side apparently who's trying to get hold of the child, and she's there saying, like, what are you trying to handcuff me for? Like, my kid's in the car, leave us alone. I've not done anything. He's not done anything. I don't want you to look after my kid. You know what I mean? Like, how do you expect these people to react? They've done absolutely nothing wrong, but they're being racially profiled and harassed simply for the mere fact of being black and in the Mercedes. That's it. Let's face it. That's all this all boils down to. You can't be black and drive a nice car. I mean, we've all had experiences of this. Anyone who's had a relatively nice vehicle, it doesn't even have to be anything major. It could just be something like a rubbish little, I don't know, Volkswagen Golf. Right, that's enough to get you pulled over if you're driving a Golf as a young black man around the streets of this country. You're going to get pulled over. It's almost a guarantee for some kind of nonsense. And then when you get pulled over, the police do the same old BS that they always do. Is there's been crimes in the area, you fit the description, this car's been we've heard reports that this car's been involved in drugs or some sort of other crime. Oh, I said, what's that smell? Oh, there's something funny. There's a funny smell in your car. I think I smell weed. Oh, right, yeah, there's definitely weed in the car. Right, I'm gonna have to search you. It's the same old bull tactics that they use all the time to harass black people. It's an absolute fucking joke. Let's basically boil it down to what it is. It's just a racist ass police being fucking dickheads like they usually are. Now this next video is just utterly shocking, and I still can't wrap my head around it. It's unbelievable. Just watch it. I can't believe this is happening in 2020 in the UK. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Just watch this video and then we'll get into it.
Offense to you, but you're a black male, okay? I'm not going to lie to you.
So it's racist when you stop me.
I'm not saying that at all. The reason I've stopped you, I'll explain if you let me finish, all right? In this area, we have a number of drug dealers. I'm not saying you're a drug dealer. That come up from other areas that don't live anywhere around here.
I live here.
I know you might know that, but I don't, because I've never met you before. Okay, so the reason I've stopped you is because I haven't seen you before, and I've been a local officer for a long time here. So I've turned round, and then when we came out to Kings Avenue, your car had disappeared. I hadn't disappeared because I saw you in the mirror actually, because you come out. We saw you go up Kings Avenue, and we went up Kings Avenue, and then we couldn't see your vehicle. So whether you went off us down the side street or not, I don't know. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Have you got any ID on you? Just for your details on, just so I can yes. Your ID, mate. That'd be brilliant.
Did you didn't hear the update for us, did you? No. It's industrial accident at Wild Tracks, life-changing injuries they want us to go to.
Okay, no worries.
Who wants to see it?
I'll take it, sir. Thank you very
Just
much.
explain why we stopped you. So for me, a little bit, that seems a little bit strange sometimes, that I drive past the car and then sometimes it disappears. No offence to you, you might have been just going to see a friend. I've got no idea because I don't know you until I stop and ask. Okay. All right. Then when we've done a little bit of a drive around through that estate, we've then seen your car again on Kings Avenue, and that's why we pulled you over, just to see what you're up to, basically. Okay. I'm not accusing you of being a drug dealer. I'm not accusing you of being a criminal. Okay. But if I don't stop people, how can I do my job?
Is what you did.
Yeah, you know, but not because I'm racist. But because in this area we have a number of people that come up to this area that are young black males that deal drugs.
So if I was white, you wouldn't have stopped me?
No, I stopped lots of white people.
But if I was white, you wouldn't have stopped me?
Yes, I would have done.
You would have stopped me if I was white, even though I drove past you.
If you're accusing me of being a racist, okay,
I'm not accusing you of being racist. Right. I'm just asking you a question. If I drove past you, if I was a white person, I drove past you, you wouldn't have turned around and come after me, would you?
Maybe not today, but
no,
I'm not racist. I've stopped more white people than I ever stopped black people.
But you're just proving it, though, haven't you? If I was white and I drove past you, you would not have turned around. But that's not a black person that drove past you.
I've explained to you why I've stopped you. Okay, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't stop people that commit crimes in these areas. And we have young black males in this area that come from outside of Cambridgeshire that deal drugs. I'm not suggesting that you do that, but that's why I've stopped you, because we don't have that many young black males in this area.
Okay, fair enough, but the fact is, Joe, you didn't have to stop me. You could have checked my details. You could have seen that I'm an insured driver on here.
Just because that's the registration number on the car, that doesn't mean the same person is driving it that owns it or is insured.
Okay, fair enough. Understandable, fair enough.
I'm not a racist, okay, but I'm doing my job. I understand why you might think I am, alright, but we don't get many young black males in this area, okay? So that's until my colleague was running your details through the computer system and I pulled you over.
Fine, thank you very much.
But I've got no issue, and you wanted me to explain why I've stopped you, and I'm telling you the truth. I could have lied to you and made it up, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could have done.
But I've told you the truth, because I don't think I'm being racist.
Right, now this police officer has got to be one of the dumbest cops I've ever seen in my entire life. The guy blatantly just comes out and says, yeah, I stopped you because you're a black male in this area. We don't have many black males in this area. But I'm not a racist. Oh, it's like, how can you not see that what you did was racist? You stopped him because he's black in an area where you don't see many black people. Maybe there are lots of black people in that area, but you just don't see them. I mean, just because he's black and he's in that area doesn't mean he's a drug dealer. That's the definition of racism. That's the definition of racial profiling. And I cannot understand how this isn't a massive, massive media story. Like, other than on social media, it's like nobody's talking about this. It's not in any papers. It's not on the news. It's nowhere other than on social media. This is the police officer who just says, I pulled you over because you're a black man in this area. It's insane. I mean, he's got to be the stupidest police officer I've ever seen. Stupid. But yeah, he's honest. He's honest. He's honest about his racism. He's like, yeah, you're a black guy in this area, and we don't get black guys in this area, so you're getting stopped, mate. Oh my God. That video is so shocking that I'm really struggling to find things to say, because it's overtly blatant racism, and he doesn't even deny it. He doesn't even try to deny it. But well, actually, he does deny it. But his rationale is that he's not racist. This is the state of UK policing. This is why people are so pissed off. Oh my God. Now, this next one, just take a look at this.
Hello? What, you just ignoring me?
We're in the middle of something here.
Yeah, it's private property,
Okay.
and I'm asking you to leave. I
I've
don't know
asked
what
you-
you're
you can
investigating.
stand there and record
You
us.
haven't
That's
told me
absolutely
anything.
I'm
what
not,
you're doing?
I'm not privy to at the minute.
Right,
okay,
so
we're
stand
in
out.
something.
This is private property.
No, we won't
I
be
haven't
doing that.
invited you on the land, so if you could step outside,
don't
I
need
would appreciate
invitation.
it.
Right now, you're obstructing me in the course of my duty.
Really?
I'm trying to do my
yeah.
job here.
Step off the private land, please. No one let you in here, so I don't know how you got in.
Someone did let us in. Someone did let us
Really?
in.
For
Yeah, we
what?
didn't
For what
let the gate
purposes?
open or anything.
For what purposes?
Investigation.
You see that? You see that? It's only 30 seconds into the video and the police are already lying. The guy's told him to get off his property. It's private property. I've not let you on air, but these guys just wandered in, and then the guy says, I didn't let you on, so who's let you in? He says somebody's let him on. Now, this is this guy's land. He owns it. As far as I'm aware, as far as the video shows, there ain't nobody else on there who can give grant access to the property. And this policeman's just gone and lied right to his face on camera and just said, someone let us on. Bullshit, mate. We all know nobody let you on. You just barged on there because you police officers think you can do whatever the you like.
We're investigating at the moment.
Yeah, we'll investigate out there. Listen, you can't just walk on people's land and think you can just do whatever you
We've
want.
been invited by
By
someone
who?
else.
By who?
I don't have to tell you.
By who?
I don't have
We're
to tell
invited
you.
by me. We're invited by me.
Is there a problem, sir?
There is no problem. The issue is this. You've got an investigation going on.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with me. You won't tell me what you're doing on this property. So I haven't invited you on.
Okay.
So I own this. So you can step outside. Carry out your
You own everything here, do you?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A black man owns a large patch of land. This can't be true. Oh my God. You own all this here, do you? You own all this here? I mean, he's already told you that it's his land. Yes, all of it is his land. Now he wants you off it. Now get the F off his land. Go on, jog on. What are you still there open the guy's face for? And you see him with his crossed arms. The standard police officer. Or let me cross my arms because I'm a big hard man. Off, head.
Listen, mate. You want me to go and get deeds?
If
You want to go and get
entirely up
freehold?
to you, I'm not
You
asking.
want to go and get freehold? I'll get freehold, mate.
Okay, go and get the freehold.
Right.
then.
Well,
It's
listen.
entirely up to you.
You can carry out your investigations out there. It's as simple as that.
Right. Well, we are carrying out our investigation.
Yes.
And
What
at the
investigation?
moment- Well, we can't tell you that.
Good.
'cause-
So step
'cause as far
outside
as I'm
then.
concerned, you're not involved in it.
Good. So step outside then. Step
Why
off the
we
prop.
We don't
Step
need to
off
step
the
outside. At
step
the
off
moment,
the
until we
property.
finish our job, then we'll be going. won't
Can
we?
you step off the
So,
property?
What is your problem at the moment?
I've got no problem.
Okay.
I've asked you
By all means,
politely.
you can go back inside.
What's
then,
your
can't you?
investigation?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The cheek of that police officer. Go back inside then. How are you going to barge trespass on his land and then tell him to go back inside? Oh my God, these guys are... You know what? There's so much in this video. If I keep stopping it, it's going to be like 20 minutes long. Just carry on watching this. The cheek of this police officer.
We
It's
can't
my
take the
land.
investigation.
It's my land.
Okay.
It's my property.
Okay.
You can carry out your investigation out there. I didn't give you. You didn't ask permission from me to get
Well, as far as I'm
access.
concerned, someone let us in.
Did
so-
you get permission from me to
I
gain
have no
access? No, you
We got
didn't.
permission from someone else who
No.
lives here.
Well, who is it?
Someone else let us in.
Right. Who was that
Someone else let
person?
us in. Who lives here.
Who was that person? You don't even know. You don't even
Chris,
know.
no, I don't know who it is.
Right,
I don't know
so
who it is.
could
We
you
spoke
step
to the
outside?
intercom and they've allowed us in here.
Right.
So-
Could you step outside?
No.
These police officers are just blatantly lying. Blatantly lying. The guy's there telling him to get off his land. The police officer is saying somebody's let us onto the land. He's like, I'm the landowner. Did you get permission from me? Because unless you got permission from the landowner, it doesn't matter who let you on. Unless he's giving you express permission to go onto his land, you are trespassing and you need to get off the man's land. But instead, these police officers just want to flex. They don't want to take any orders from a black guy. Let's face it what it is. If this had been a white guy with a posh accent, who'd come down and be like, you need to get off my land immediately. This is unacceptable. Those police officers would have shit themselves and pissed off ages ago. But because it's a black guy, they're standing there, puffing out their chest, flexing, because they don't want to take no orders from no black guy, even if the law's on his side. And that's just the honest truth about it.
Is there an issue with us being here? Are we causing anyone any distress?
Because we distress right now.
Other than you, because you're clearly
I'm asking you politely.
Hello, sir. What's the issue?
Look at this absolute dildo right here. Oh my God, this guy. Did you see him? You said he walked up with his hands on his waist. That midget. Oh, what an absolute bellend. You know, these are the type of police officers that I hate the most. You can tell that this guy is some little knobhead who probably got bullied at school, and he wasn't smart enough to go into, like, I don't know, any other field where he could have some power, like business or politics. So he joined the police force so he could act like a prick to people just to get revenge because he was bullied in school. You seen him, the little twerp, puffing out his chest like he's some absolute sick guy. He thinks he's sick. He thinks he's sick. Can you see him? Oh my God, I've never seen such an absolute bellend in my entire life. Now just watch the rest of this. Just watch how this guy goes on. He is a tool. He is the fullest tool you've ever seen in your life. Oh my God, he makes me sick, this guy. He's an absolute knobhead.
He doesn't want to
You tell me what the issue is.
Well, we're police officers. We can
fantastic.
pretty much go anywhere we.
Oh really?
We deem fit. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What, on my property?
Do you own this whole property? Do you?
Correct.
You own the whole property.
Correct. What is there? Is that hard to believe?
Can you prove that then, please?
Well, I tell you what. You go on land registry and you go and have a look yourself.
Okay.
Obviously, you don't believe me.
In the execution of our duties.
Just like I don't believe you.
Don't talk over.
In that, well,
it's rude.
I can.
It's rude. Don't talk over.
It is rude. It is what it is. It's rude
doing,
to come onto my land,
all you're doing is obstructing
onto my
us
property.
executing our
Really?
duties. Yeah.
Am I obstructing you then?
Well,
By
stop
asking
me
you
from
to.
doing what we're doing.
No. You can carry on what you're doing from out there.
No, because we need us to come in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to secure around the property that we're looking at.
Really?
Yeah.
You can secure it from around there.
No, we can't.
That property is there.
No.
This property is here.
Cool. No.
Goodbye.
No.
Goodbye.
We'll go when we're ready. Thank you.
Oh, really?
We haven't finished yet.
Is that what it's come down to?
That's exactly what it is, sir. We are executing our duties, looking for somebody, a wanted offender that's possibly linked to this address. Unfortunately, this address backs. Let me finish. You've had your say. Let me have my say. Unfortunately, this property backs onto here. If he's then to go garden hopping and runs through your property, then you'd be wondering why the police weren't here to stop him if he ran into your house and did anything to you or your family.
Listen,
so,
mate, I'm sure there's other important things you want to do. Don't need to involve me. It's nothing to do
right,
with me.
go away then.
You're right. You didn't
How
need
can
to
I
come
go
out.
away with my own property? You are on my property.
You did not need to come out.
You don't need to come out.
You did not need
Listen,
to come
mate,
out.
We can go anywhere.
My colleague just explained.
We can go
can't go.
Yes, we can.
Listen.
In the execution of our duty, we can go anywhere.
Right.
Don't swear, please. Nobody swearing
It's
at
not
you.
illegal.
Listen.
No one else is swearing.
It's not illegal.
No, it's
Listen.
just
It's
common
not illegal.
respect, isn't it?
It's
Right,
not
okay, you don't
illegal.
want to listen. Right, lads, he doesn't want to listen.
You're
We'll
talking
just
to me.
go.
You're talking to me. Well, yeah, we'll go. You can go.
We are going. Now, the
Thank
reason
you.
we're here is obviously to potentially arrest someone. Now, like my colleague
Let's hope
said,
that serious wanted offender doesn't come anywhere near your address
if
then.
they jump over and
I'll call
they
you.
were by your
If I need
address,
you,
wouldn't you
I'll
want
call
us here to protect your land and your property?
No, of course he wouldn't. He'd do it himself.
No.
He's a hero.
Thank you. Yeah. Just like you guys. Social distancing, please. Thank you very much.
Social distancing, please. Thank you. Bye, bitch. Oh my God, this guy's my hero. He's hilarious. Just why are these guys causing so much trouble? Why can't they just get through that? He doesn't want you on his property. It doesn't matter what the reason why he doesn't want you on his property. He's not committed any crime. You're the ones who are in the wrong. Just go. Just leave. Why are you causing so much grief? Little man needs to just piss off.
Thank you.
I really hope you don't ever need emergency services anytime soon. I really don't.
Thank you.
Because
What do you do?
Thank you for wishing me well.
What do you do for a living?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I own property.
You own property.
Yeah.
So
And this
if
is one of them.
if those properties get broken into, would you not expect the police to come and do their job?
Listen.
Right, there we
Well,
go.
listen.
That's what I thought.
You go and do your job
And
somewhere
you
else.
go back inside and go and
No,
live your life.
I'm
And I really hope you
listen,
don't ever need
I'm on
us.
my
I
own
really hope
land,
you
Why
don't
are you
ever
walking
need
towards
us.
us?
I'm on my own land,
Why are you
mate.
walking towards us?
What do you mean, I can walk where I want on my own property.
And
I'm seeing you out.
We can go wherever we need to in the execution of our
Yeah,
duty.
of course you can.
Well, film us as much as you like.
Of course you
What's
can.
that going to do? What's that going to prove?
Gonna
That
do-
you've been rude and
nothing.
belligerent to police officers?
Your whole attitude's been on our
fantastic.
body
Oh,
worn cameras
fantastic.
anyway,
Yeah,
so it's fine.
great. Lovely. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good day.
You are what is wrong with this country.
Of course it is.
Now we get down to it. Now we get down to it. Now we know why little man's got such an attitude. Now come on, people, use your heads. Let's think. What was he really saying? What do you think he meant with that statement? What do you think the real wording he would have liked to have said in that statement? What do you think the true undertones of that statement were? Let's face it, I know exactly what he wished he would have said. He would have loved to have said something along the lines of, people like you black are the reason why this country is going down the toilet. Why don't you back to whatever country you come from? Why don't you off back to Africa or Jamaica or wherever it is? He would have loved to have said something like that. That's what he was dying to say on the inside. You could see it. You could see it. He was there popping out his chest. He was wanting something to happen so they could tackle him or arrest him or beat him up or something like that. But the guy's smart. He stayed calm. He kept his head, and he just flipping was like, yeah, all right, yeah, whatever, yeah, good for you. All right, see you later. Bye, bitch. You know what I mean? I absolutely, the guy who filmed this video, whoever he is, I absolutely love that guy. I love you, my brother. It's really refreshing to see a black guy who knows his rights, doesn't take any shit from the police, and doesn't back down when he knows he's in the right, because that's exactly what he should have done. Get those arseholes off your property. They've got no reason to be there without your permission. They can't just go barging onto people's property. I don't give a what duties there were. If you look on law, if you look online at the law, when it comes to pursuing a suspect, they can only pursue someone through private property if they think there's a crime being committed on that property at that time. They hear someone requesting help, or if they see the suspect going through that property or entering that property. That's the only time they're allowed to just walk onto private property. Other than that, they've got no reason to be there, so they just need to f*** off.
People like you and your
Yes,
attitude is
yeah,
what's wrong with
thank you.
this
Thank you very much.
Well, we're not on your property now, are we?
He's clearly much better now. We'll leave him to it.
He can look down his nose and talk to us while we're serving in the execution of our duty.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Take it you've been arrested before then.
Well, why don't you do a search and find out?
How would I do that? I don't know who you are. You're not that important.
You'll find it on the land registry.
Why would I bother?
Goodbye.
Why would I bother waiting for the bother?
Right, now that we've got all those videos out the way, it's time to get a little bit more serious. Racial profiling is a huge issue in the United Kingdom. There's black people who suffer police injustices every single day merely for the fact that they're black. And the police's rationale is the reason why more black people get stopped is because more black people commit violent crimes, etc., etc. But what these same police fail to realize that outside of the big cities or outside of majority black areas, there are still stabbings, there are still drugs, there are still murders, and they're committed by majority white people, but for some reason, we're the ones who are targeted. Now, make this make sense to me. How can you have just as much crime in poor white communities as there are in poor black communities? The fact of the matter is, it's not the colour of the person's skin that's the issue. It's the poverty that's the issue. If you go to Totsteth, if you go to Glasgow, if you go to Sunderland, and all those poor majority white areas, the crime is always committed by white people. There's just as many stabbings in Glasgow as there are in other parts of the UK. You can look these statistics up yourself. It's on the what's it called? The Office for National Statistics. You can look this up for yourself. But for some reason, we are in our cities racially profiled, constantly harassed by the police. You can't just live your life as a black man and even show a modicum of success, i.e. driving a nice car, wearing nice clothes, having a nice watch, having jewellery, that kind of thing, without getting stopped by the police. I personally, don't don't have a particularly nice car, and I'm glad that I don't have the car that I used to have, which was a BMW, because when I had that, that was the time I got stopped the most in my entire life. And it wasn't even that much of a nice car. All of my stops by the police, other than when I was very young, were when I had that bloody car. But now that I've just got like a more, you know, how can I say, a more low-key vehicle, I don't get stopped. In fact, I've not been stopped once since I've had this car, actually, now that I think about it. And it's a sad state of affairs where you can't, if you're a successful black man, drive a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi, unless you're willing to be pulled over all the time by the cops and have your car searched and be accused of being a drug dealer and all the rest of this shit. Now, what are we going to do to stop this? The only thing I can think of is more black men and women need to join the police force. And when we're in the police force, we need to be trying to educate the other officers that not all black people are criminals, okay? And we need to be looking and monitoring the behavior of the other officers, especially the white officers, especially where you know or see that there's racial profiling happening. You need to report bad cops who practice bad policing and get those people out of the force. We need more black officers, and it's our responsibility as black people, as black men, as black women, to join the police force, and not just join it, try our best, work hard to climb the ranks of the police force, so we can have a more equal and just police service. And that's just in the policing side of things. Then there's the legal side of things, the courts. There's virtually no black representation in the courts. We need more black solicitors. There are quite a lot of black solicitors. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to make it out like, you know, black people aren't practicing law. But the black people who practice law are usually practicing corporate law or, I don't know, like conveyancing, that kind of thing. It's not really criminal justice that they're practicing. We don't have that many black barristers. We don't have that many black judges. And that is definitely something that we need to work on. As a community, we really need to be pushing our children into these kinds of fields, policing, the judiciary, being a solicitor, that kind of stuff. There are things that we can do actively as a community to make it better. Because all I see at the moment around the UK and online is just people complaining. It's just endless complaining, endless tweets, endless Facebook videos. But there's no actual real action to address the root cause of the problems, which is racism within the police force and the criminal justice system, lack of black and ethnic minority people. But, you know, forget the ethnic minority people. I'm concerned about black people. So there's a lack of black people in the police force and in the criminal justice system, working as judges and solicitors and barristers. We as a community can do something about that. We can focus our kids on their education and push them into these, and try to push them into these fields instead of, I don't know, doing whatever bullshit courses kids are going to do at the university these days. There are things that we can do. It's not completely hopeless, but we do have to work hard at this as a community, and we need to highlight these issues, raise these issues with as many other black people as we possibly can. We need to you know, the George Floyd thing was a very important moment in the community and the way we all came together to disavow the actions of those police officers in America. But the same kind of energy we had for the George Floyd situation is the same kind of energy we need to have for the broken criminal justice system in this country and the lack of black people entering into the police force and the law professions. Yeah, that's just my take on things anyway. Right, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you think, and you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.